Yeah, when I first started college, it was $8,000 a semester. That was a private university.
Wow.
When I left there, it was $25,000 a year. Anyway. Oh, I don't want that. So, everybody has their calculator out, right? Some of you guys might have never used this sucker before. That's one of the questions on my survey. How many of you have never used this thing before? Anybody? Okay. So here's the on button. Right down there. See it? Oh, I got a laser too, maybe. I don't know if you want me to have it. Do I? It's all right, Jeff. Probably did it on purpose. Couple quick little things first. This calculator understands order of operations. So if you put in there 7 minus 8 divided by 2, it's not going to do 7 minus 8 and then divide by 2, right? It's going to do 7 minus 4. So the answer is going to be 3. You guys with me? That kind of sucks because we are going to have several times in this class where I do want to take the difference of two things divided by something. And some of you guys are going to put it in like that, and you're going to get funky answers. And you're just going to kind of go, yes, good. So if you meant to do 7 minus 8, the whole thing divided by 2, then you get the correct answer. I like it. You guys with me? So it's because one thing that is really interesting is you guys don't even know this. When you write this, there's understood parentheses. Why do we not need them? Because the big ass bar makes me know they're there. So when I write it in this form, they have to show up. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's one of the most often mistakes that happen when people are trying to calculate something in this class is they don't put the parentheses in when they're supposed to. Kick ass, maybe. A really useful key. Everybody do this. Do 14 divided by 29. Yum, right? Does everybody get that? Now, if I want to take the square root of that, thank the gods I don't have to write that whole damn thing in, and you don't have to round either. You do not want to round too early in a problem. Does everybody see where your square root button is? See how it's above the x squared, so you have to hit this key first? It's like a shift key. Second, x squared, you get a square root. You with me? Now, this calculator on the computer is an older version of the RAM. You might have one where the square root's going to grow. That's the newer calculators, right? If you have one of mine, actually I think all of mine should do that. So does anybody have one where the parentheses didn't show up? A few of you guys? All right. So your square root's going to just grow. For me, I've got to be careful. Whatever I put in here, I don't want to put a parenthesis to close it until I get everything in there. I just want one thing in there. I'm not going to write that whole damn number. One of the most useful keys is right there, right above the negative. It's temporary memory. It holds the last number that showed up, always. So right now, the ANS button holds that number in it. So if I hit square root second negative, it's going to take the square root of the last thing that was on the screen. Bam. I don't know if it freaks anybody out that it got bigger, but of course that's how numbers follow in one word with square roots. How we doing? You guys all right? You guys all right? All right. Real quick, isn't this roughly 0.7? What's 7 times 7? I like that. Jackie's like, it's not good enough for me. What's 7 times 7? 49, which is what that almost roughly is, right? It's a little bit less because that's a little bit less than 7. I'm sorry. So when you square root a number less than 1, it gets bigger because when you multiply a number less than 1 by itself, it's a percentage of itself. That's why it gets smaller when you multiply. That's why a parabola goes down and then up. It doesn't go down, but curves down. Anyway, sorry. Enough of that. Let me think. Was there any other things I want to show you at the moment? moment. There's your to the button. What do I mean by that? If you want to do 11 to the third power. Just to go in my favorite thing about going off on tangents. Has anybody ever seen this before? Watch how this works. I put ones on the outside. What's 1 plus 1? What's 1 plus 2? 2 plus 1. One's on the outside. 1. What's 1 plus 3? 3 plus 3. 3 plus 1. 1 on the outside. Do 11 to the fourth power. See how 11 cubed is this? Holy shit! And the next one gets a little weird because what's going to show up on the next line? 1, 5, 10. So that's going to, if you do 11 to the fifth, it can't be this because you can't have 10 show up in one spot. You with me? All right, I'm sorry. I know this is all side moves. Anybody know what this is called? Pascal's triangle. I love it. Kick ass. Pascal. All right. If anybody knows C, the computer language C, C++? Anybody? Pascal is what came before that. That's what I learned. It was the last semester they were teaching it. Old ass Mr. Wall. Thank you for that. Clear is a good one too. If you got too much shit up here and it's freaking you out, just say clear. Go away. Thank God. If you ever hit some button and you're like, where am I? Hit second mode to quit. It always takes you back to this nice home screen. Yes?
For exams, are you going to provide calculators?
Yes, I'll have this, and we are working on getting some more batteries, and I have a few more. The skinny ones, we're trying to charge them up.
Because I was wondering, because like, you know how there's like programs like that, or programs for your phone where you can download like a TI 84.
Oh yeah, I know. I've got one on my phone.
So,
you can't use your phone in a test or a quiz. No, there's no way.
Right, but I could borrow like a calculator.
Of course, yes. Cool, I like it. Or from the library, or you can go to that rent calculator website. Okay, I like it. Everybody else all right? You guys all right? All right, now, there's obviously more, but you just got to play around with this sucker and get used to it. What is going to be the button we're going to use most? Probably stat, right? Let's hit that bad boy. You hit stat. This looks weird. But look what it has in here. Sort. Clear list. That sounds exciting. If I go to edit, let's see if everybody has everything good. You guys might have shit in there or not, but is everybody, if you hit edit, is everybody with me on the screen? So go stat, edit. Bam. Is everybody there? Does everybody have missing a list?
I have a list.
Yeah, they're full of shit, but do you have list 1, list 2, list 3?
Yeah. So is this again?
Okay. Hit stat.
Yeah. Where did you go?
Oh, you're here. You're there.
Okay.
You're there. Mine just has nothing in it.
Okay.
All right, so let's do this first thing. This is the best way to clear the list. If you go up to the list, see how I've highlighted L1? So if I have shit in here that I don't want, I go up to the list, hit clear. Don't hit delete, because then the list will disappear. So if you do accidentally hit delete, let me see if the there we go. See how my list 1 just went away. So I go to stat number 5, setup editor, and now when I go back in, it's back. So everybody make sure that the first couple are clear, just so you don't have extra crap staring you in the face. Okay.
How'd you get that back?
Where we at?
How'd you get that back again?
Hit stat, setup editor to get the list back. Number 5, you just hit number 5, enter. And then when you go back in, everything should be nice.
So, setup editor 5.
Yes, stat, number 5, enter. go back in. Everything should be good. And again, by the way, this is all on that calculator guide that's on the website. So if you print that out, you can have it sitting next to you on homework. Not on a test. Or a test. Too bad. Is everybody all right? You guys all right? Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let's put this data in. So everybody got this sheet? Number 4 in the back. You okay? What's up?
I still have this one.
Oh. Go up to this one. Hit up. Now hit clear. Enter.
You for S2 also.
Okay. Hit over and up to get to list 2 and hit clear. Oh, thank you. Oh wait, it's this one.
Did I get the correct one?
Yeah, that one's really good.
Oh.
All right, guys. So everybody's got that. Number 4, the one about father's heights. I'm just going to start doing this data entry and not get paid for. Well, I guess I am getting paid for it. You're not going to get paid for it. Too bad. So this is going to be exciting for a minute. Just everybody put the data in. Try to contain yourself. So excited. Oh, don't put 701 in there. So weird. Take the guys. It's always nice when you end up on the 35th thing and then forget something. Let's see. Okay, thank you. He has a few more minutes. So after you put your last number in, you should actually end up on the 36th spot because there's 35 data points. So the first empty spot should be the 36th spot. You go, oh, thank God. This is what you could be making big bucks for over the summer. Okay. Is everybody doing? Everybody with me? Yes.
I think I might have like deleted a lesson in its entirety.
Oh, poor little dude. Oh, everybody, we're putting all the data in list 1. All of it. Everybody's doing that, right? All the data. List 2 would be if I had another, like if I had later in the semester, we're going to do an analysis between the number of beers you might have the night before an early test. So I have number of beers and test grade, right? And we'll see if there's a correlation. We're actually not going to do an experiment. Okay, Dean, I'm not going to have him drink and then do a test. But we're going to do like an analysis. So this is all, how many variables do I have on this page? How many variables? There's not 35, nope. There's one variable. 35 values for that one variable. What's that one variable? Grade, right? Was this grade or what was this? Heights. Okay. All right, I'm sorry. Heights. So there's one variable, father's height. 35 values, 35 data points. So I put all the values for any variable in one list. If I have another variable, I'll put it in the next list. I'm sorry, I still didn't help you out with your... You got it?
Yeah.
Shit, now you gotta get all that data. You got list 1?
Yeah, I got it back.
Okay. All right. All right. How is everybody? All right? You guys all right? Anybody need to call me over for help? It's fine. Technology is like that. It messes with us on purpose. I know it does. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to be able to do, the most basic thing I want to be able to do, is sort this stuff. So everybody hit stat. And what do you think is the difference between these two? Oh, yes. One's got an A and one's got a D. Yes. So sort ascending, sort descending. So let's sort ascending from lowest to highest. And look how it's got a parenthesis, right? So I have to tell it what to sort. So I got to tell it sort list 1. Where's my list 1? It's right above the number 1. See that? So you hit second 1 to tell it I want you to sort list 1. So if I had data in the other lists, I can tell it to sort each list. Bam. That was aggressive, Jeff. I know. Now go back to stat, edit, and now it's in order. It's amazing. Oh, amazing. Cap gonna cost $100. You better be able to do that shit. All right. So that's all I wanted to show you. Why don't you just keep going? Now you've got that sorted. You got to make your classes. It's going to be easier to get your frequency for the classes. So here we go. I'm going to break you up into groups. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. So you're going to have to get up and move. Too bad. So when I point at you, you're 1.
1, 2,
3,
5, 6. 11. You're 1. 1. You with me? 2.
3,
4,
8.
8, 9,
10.
10.
1. 2. In red. You're 2. Let's go up. 5. Look at that. 11. Don't be giving that 1. So I did 11. So all the 1s, find yourselves. I don't care how you do it. Just